Hello, everybody. I've got a very, very special guest with me today. It is none other than the Vore Queen herself, Austin. She is joining me on a Zoom call. Hi, Austin. How have you been?
Hi, good. Great.
Glad to hear. Um, as some of you may know, Austin has moved, and so we probably will not be shooting as often as we used to. But I'm sure we'll make something happen again someday. But she is very happy, at least I hope so, to join us
Yeah.
today and watch some old movies together and provide some commentary.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a blast from the past.
Yep, I think so too. Okay, we've both got our video list synced up, and I guess I'll just count us down and we'll hit play at the same time. You ready?
I am ready.
Okay, three, two, one, play. This was our first ever film.
Oh my God, yeah. I was so nervous.
Were you?
Yes.
Why?
It was the first time I ever did anything like this, and I was like, this is so weird.
Was it the video part? Or was it the
Yeah,
content?
well, both. I've done video work, but never for like fetish, and never I didn't know what war was.
Yeah, oh
So
that's true.
I used to think, I was like, this guy has some issues, but he's very nice.
I'm gonna be his friend. He's got issues. I'm gonna be his friend.
My kind of person.
No, this day, the day we shot this was like I remember the dates too. It was September 20th, and the 2 days before, I had been dumped, and I was probably never more heartbroken in my life. And you were really nice to me and really cool about this weird concept, and so I was like,
I was intrigued. I thought it was cool that you're like, yeah, I thought you're weird, but I'm like, hey, he's doing what he likes. Like, that's awesome.
exactly.
Oh, and I remember you told me to dance, and it was so painful for me because I'm like, I don't dance. You like do some ballroom stuff. I'm like,
I do, and I was like, here, hold this pose and do that, and look this way and point your toe that way, and you're just like, okay, whatever, dude. Creepy. I love
I
that
like my
sound.
expressions.
Yeah, I gave a I used a baby sound effect slowed way down for that sound a minute ago. Ooh, there's the plant.
I remember when I first saw it, it took me everything not to like laugh because I was like, how is this scary? Like I'm supposed to look at it and be like scared. I like the growling you added. Sounds like a lion.
Yeah.
And the
Oh
butt shot,
yeah.
that's great.
Gotta have lots of butt. Dat booty dough.
I remember my knees every time we shoot. Brutal. Knees bloody.
It's like, what'd you do last night? It's like, monsters.
And the first time we did this, I remember I screamed so much. And I think you reused these screams because I feel like they were my best screams
Yeah.
that I ever did
Yeah,
the very
yeah.
first time.
Yeah, I had you scream either into a pillow or maybe even part of the prop, and just for that muffled sound. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think I do reuse those same screams. And sometimes during shoots you provide new ones, and I use those too. But these
Oh,
are
I have
always
a
handy.
question. Do you see on my heels that I left the stickers on? And I'm surprised no one has complained about the stickers on the heels because I feel like that is so important. Like they're looking at the legs and the shoes, and there's stickers on them.
I've never heard a complaint about a sticker. What I do get complaints about though is how come she kept her shoes on? It's like
I why I think it looks better with the because a lot of them I feel like you do have sometimes the shoes get spit out. You can see that the shoes slowly fall off. feet.
Yeah. And I mean, not that feet aren't cute, but I like the way heels look on a woman, and so my preference personally is to do heels. But and sometimes if it makes sense, like if she's in bed or something, of course she's gonna be barefoot. But I've got a few people that like they are not happy unless it's barefoot, and I'm just like, well.
But there's some people who want like tennis shoes, like Chucks,
It's
Converse.
less common, but I've had a few of those too.
Wow.
But yeah, not to complain, but it's just kind of funny. I try not to do it too much, but occasionally I'll sort of angle for the approval of certain segments of the Vore fandom, and I'll put something out, and I'm like, they're gonna love this, and there's like, how come it's this? How come it's that? It's not this. It's not that. And I'm like, man, there's no winning with you people.
Man, after watching that, I feel like we have evolved so much because I feel like that's just a little teaser, a little taste of what we become.
A taste of what was to come. That's right.
Yeah.
So how did you
It's
feel watching that?
it's weird. I'm like, oh, I was a baby. So was that little monster. It was still fairly young.
It had most of its teeth still.
Yeah. It's been through so much.
Yup.
I don't know. I feel like it was just very safe compared to other things we've done.
Well,
But
and
like,
I
I think
think,
it was also our first time meeting, and you probably didn't want to be
yeah.
like
Well, and,
too crazy.
well, and part of it is just, yeah, just getting to know comfort zones.
And
And as we
yeah,
got to know each other, and I'd get random ideas and be like, hey, would you be cool with this? And you're like, yeah. And then we'll be shooting, and you'll be like, ooh, we should do this. And I'm like, that's even better than the idea I had. And that's what
that's what I love so much. Is I just
yeah,
pop ideas and we brainstorm. We bounce ideas off of each other, and you're
we
willing to
like,
go with the flow and try things.
our minds like sync up at a certain point. And I've made this comparison before, but it feels like two kids playing pretend. Like back when
Yeah,
you were a little kid and you had a friend and you could just be as wild and weird as you want, and there's no judgment. It's just fun, and that's how it feels to shoot with you, and I really appreciate that.
how do you feel watching that? Is there something that you wish you'd done differently, or are you happy, pretty happy with
I'm
it?
pretty happy with it, honestly. I used to be more self-critical, but and like uh,
I feel like
what
my acting could have been way better, but it was also my very first time. So I try not to be too hard on
nah,
myself watching it.
you did fine. Let's go ahead and play the next one. It's
Okay.
a romantic dinner, and it kind of ties into what I was about to say. So I'll count us down. Are you ready?
Oh, that's right. This is one of my favorites.
I'm really happy with this
It
one too.
might be my
Might be the
favorite.
all-time,
Yeah,
the goat.
my most favorite. Yeah. Okay. Whenever you're ready,
Okay,
you say go, and then I'll hit it.
3, 2, 1, play. Okay, so what I was going to say was when I was a younger filmmaker, before I even got into Vore, like I would try to approach a story with a very specific number of shots or kinds of shots, or like just a really structured blueprint in my head about what this movie needs to be.
Hmm.
And then life is random and crazy, and when you're in the midst of filming, things change. Someone schedule gets tighter, or a location that had said they were cool with you shooting there suddenly changes their mind, or an important prop couldn't be found or gets broken, or there's just always something. And part of what made me so self-critical for so many years was feeling like I failed to meet my own expectations. And
Hmm.
so the way I've adapted, and a lot of it has been through doing this Vore stuff, is let's not have a blueprint. Let's just have a very general gist and see what happens. And yeah, if you don't have all these arbitrary metrics for success in your mind, then there's nothing to disappoint.
Yeah.
And so that's sort of how I've adapted. But the reason I wanted to say that over this movie in particular was this is one of the few that I went ahead and made a more detailed story for. Like, I thought of like the wine glasses and the vegetable tray and the bow tie and playing footsie. Like, all of this was stuff I thought of before we shot, and we got to do it. And you know, I think
it's perfect.
Yeah. Then you guys make out.
The only thing that drove me crazy is there was a shot earlier where it was a close-up of my lips, and my lips were dry and the lipstick was chunky on my lips. But other than that, I love it. The lighting, I love the mood you set so much. And it was nothing I've seen this plant done. I didn't think the plant would be like, okay, let's have a date.
Let's have a romantic date.
I'm gonna treat you nice, and I'm gonna eat you. And the gal's like, I'm like, oh, this is the best. I love you. Eat me up. I'm ready.
Yeah, it was his first date. He was a little shy, but you guys pulled it off.
The shadow, I loved.
Yeah.
Like, it's so cool.
This is one of the few where I walked in with a pretty good plan, and it met or exceeded everything I wanted. And a lot of that I credit to you, because you've always been so, like, not only just open-minded but dependable. It is so hard to find both traits in a person. Someone who's dependable is often not open-minded, or vice versa. And you're both. And I was like, hell yeah, let's shoot like dozens of these things.
I think I had so much fun, and I love this one so much because it feels like if this were real, I'm pretty submissive. So this feels the most like me. Like, I would be willing. I would give myself.
You would hop up on the
gladly.
table, put the apple in your mouth.
Yeah.
Get buttered up. Yeah, and another thing that I like about this scene is that we just took our time, because I feel like maybe it's just me. I never feel rushed when I work with you, but like, I feel like I gotta like get as much as I can in the amount of time that we've scheduled. But for this one, I'm like, I don't care. I think it took like 5 hours. It's like, I don't care. Let's just like not push ourselves too hard. Let's just have fun.
No, yeah, I hope we shoot again in the future and we have so much time and we don't have to do so many different videos, because I think it's way more fun when we're not rushed, because I feel like the last few times we work together, we have something great and we keep on thinking more and more better ideas, and we just run out of time and we can't execute it the way we wanted to.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
But this was so much fun.
Yeah. And I was like, let's do a silhouette shot of the plant opening his mouth, and
money shot. Beautiful.
Yep. And what was funny is that, like, for the plant's close-ups up till now, like, anytime the plant's moving, it's actually you moving it. Because until the plant's eating you, there's never a shot of the plant moving and you sitting in your chair at the same time.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And then, like, I was like, well, actually, you wouldn't, like, flail for dear life. You'd be, like, just...
Yeah, happy. So dramatic. I love it. I would love to do something else like this. Like a wedding scene.
Don't get me started. Holy crap.
A honeymoon.
Holy crap. Oh. Okay, now I want to do that. Oh, man. Yeah, I hope you come back soon, because now I want to do that. I want to have, like, a marriage and honeymoon movie where, like, he kisses the bride, and then, like, rather than, like, having sex on your honeymoon, the plant is, like, just wants to eat you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you married the plant, so you knew what you were in for.
I know what I'm in for, yeah. I just love how dramatic it is. The slow-mos are so good.
Yeah.
Did people actually like this, or was it...
This has been one of my most popular ones, yeah. I haven't sat down and, like, done a total tally of requests or, like, sales on Gumroad, but if I just had to guess, this is probably in the top 10% of ones that are picked.
I was afraid this would tank because it's not your typical, like, running from, resisting.
Right. And like, what's interesting is I have tried to sort of veer into a more like into a direction where the actress and the monster are on the same page. Like, this is happening because they want it to, and not because. I mean, obviously, there's still going to be some that are more like cheesy horror, but
Yeah.
But I've been doing more and more where the gal is like willing to do it, and those get received pretty well. I was worried too that it was too much of a departure, but they seem to like it, and I like having. It's fun for me too. It just opens up a whole new avenue of ideas.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Happily ever after.
Hell yeah.